Hi, welcome to Planetary Calendar Astrology. I'm Ralph Demetrius, and this is Lonnie Demetrius. We're doing the forecast for April. We're going to do it in a series of weeks. So we're going to look at the overall view of the month. What did we actually write about it a year and a half ago when we were forecasting this? The first 7 days of the month are filled with aspects, including Mercury turning direct on the 7th. So Mercury is moving slowly in the early part of the month, so those kinds of communication issues will take extra time and effort to make them work. Venus turns direct on the 12th. So after that, all the planets are moving forward, so we're going to be entering a time when projects can be moved along very easily. Now, the full moon, which is when on the 12th, is going to align with the star Spica. This is the brightest star in the constellation Virgo. It's a very powerful feminine archetype, so expect women's issues to be highlighted. Before and after the Taurus ingress, there are numerous aspects, so expect those few days right around when the sun goes into Taurus to be stressful. By the new moon on the 27th, there may be a series of teetering on the edge between the past and the future, and when Venus enters Aries on the 30th, there will be a sense of finally moving beyond that. So,
I'm going to start off the week with Sunday, the 20th of April, because if I don't start it off, once I toss to Ralph for the letter, I'm never going to get another word in edgewise. But it's Easter and it's Passover ends and it's an Aquarius moon. And you know what that means. It's exciting and things are happening. So take it away, Ralph.
Exactly. And in truth, what we wrote about it, now, hopefully, like I said, you have the calendar, and I hope that you like in the calendar that when you get to the notes, that we put the date at the beginning of it. That's a new little feature that we added. And we're hoping in this coming year, we're not going to change anything, other than the data.
Maybe a little fine-tuning.
Yeah, maybe a little fine-tuning, but not anything dramatic. On the 20th, the day is packed with so many lunar and planetary aspects that everyone is going to be feeling a little tuned up. So take it slowly and gracefully. Okay, but luckily it's a holiday, so it's a great day for socializing with all those lunar aspects. Oh my gosh, great day for. So watch out. You got the moon is going to be opposite. Let's see, the moon is going to be opposite.
Opposing Mars.
Opposing Mars someplace along the way.
And the sun is squaring Mars.
So watch out for sitting the cousins together who don't get together. Maybe put them at the ends of the table, or the uncle who's bombastic. If you ever have you have someone who's a big kind of a troublemaker, put them wherever there's curtains behind them, because it tends to muffle their energy.
It's certainly the noisy people, but the moon's going to be in Capricorn most of that day. So.
Exactly.
And then on the Monday, we have another one of these clean slate days. Slates. Let us know what happens on those kinds of days for you, because the difference between this and the one on the 14th is that moon in Aquarius. So it's not quite going to be as quiet.
And then the moon's going to be in Aquarius all day on the 22nd. It's going to go into Pisces late in the evening. Now, but you're going to have the Lyrid meteor showers. So take advantage of that. And it's also Earth Day, Gaia's Day. So you definitely want to celebrate. But it's a very easy day. You have a nice sextile to the moon, to Jupiter. You're going to have a square to Uranus in the course of the day. Kind of a mixed bag in terms of that, but relatively easygoing. On the 23rd, the Lyrids are still up there, so take advantage of it.
And then we have a nice white circle on the 24th under a Pisces moon. We've got Saturn and Venus playing nicely, both conjunct the moon and conjunct each other. So you see them above the number and on the aspect line. And then you've got a sextile to Uranus. So again, something exciting, something interesting, something new, something innovative maybe, that involves lunar, Venusian, Saturnian things. That Jupiter square below is that missing piece there.
Yes. Well, to read it from the forecast, a group of exciting lunar aspects coupled with Venus conjunct Saturn, that's a big aspect, makes this a good time to meet new people and forge relationships based on shared beliefs. So yes, definitely take advantage of that.
Yeah, it looks like a really good day. So again, depending on, people who are working in fields like the beauty industry or, health and self-care industry. This is a good white circle day opportunity to start something new, or anything that's Venus ruled, or anything that's even Saturn ruled. So there's a broad variety of fields that you could be involved with, or ideas that you could be having that would benefit from this particular white circle, especially if it's something you've been dreaming about for a long time when there's that Pisces moon. There's more
Pisces
CEOs that are born in Pisces than any other sign of big companies. And so it's the person who's the dreamer, the visionary, so it could be you on the 24th.
And remember, all the planets are now going direct. So things tend to move along pretty quickly. And in the coming week, I think Mercury's going to go. And then coming week, Venus is going to be entering Aries. So we're going to have Venus and Mercury both in Aries as we go into the next month. So lots and lots and lots of energy. So, and then we have
a social day on the 25th.
Yes, good for Friday.
There's no white circle because the only aspect on the line is that parallel, which is not a really strong enough dominant aspect to really lend a hand. It's a good listener, but it's not an activator. But all those aspects to the moon make that a very good day. So if you can't launch on the 24th, maybe you'll consider the 25th. They're kind of like a duplication there.
Especially if you go to the afternoon, because by then the moon will be Aries, which means now that conjunction to Mercury goes into place. And Mercury is now parallel to Venus. So what's happening now is Venus and Mercury are at the same rank. So when you kind of tap into Mercury's energy, you get Venus alongside of you, working with you, which is nice.
She's got to work with her little brother. Let's see how that works out.
Exactly.
I need to talk about the 26th.
Yes.
And when I mentioned fine-tuning, this is one of the things I was talking about, because if you have the digital calendar and the wall calendar, you'll have a gray box on the 26th. But if you have the pocket or the day planner, somehow the printer, it's a different printer who prints that, is having a problem with our gray boxes. So we're going to have to fine tune that. And beyond that, we also are planning to fine tune the glyphs. We haven't really had any feedback from you.
Yes.
I know that I think that they are a little bit inconsistent and they're a little difficult to read.
Yes.
Especially to get used to them after the beautiful font that we had before that Adobe stopped supporting, which is why we were forced to change that. We didn't just do it to get people riled up. So we have been working on another font to replace that. So hopefully we'll get back to our thing. So you want to say something about M?
After a massive amount of work with for your typesetter. 27th M. An all-day long void, of course, Moon and Aries could see this day disappear into distractions. Make a good task list. That's our advice.
There you go. And good advice it is.
Yes.
So that's your peek into April. Drop us a note if you have some observations about the questions we asked. You didn't know there was going to be a quiz. And if you haven't gotten your calendar, we have just a few left. Come see us at planetarycalendar.com. Hopefully we'll have the 2026 before too long.
Soon,
The calendar is flying along. And if you haven't subscribed already on YouTube, go to YouTube /Planetary Calendar Astrology. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell so you get notifications. And let me know if you want us to put you on our reminder list.
And I have to say, in these current events, I think we all need more guidance than usual.
That's true.
So be well and have a wonderful April.